Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Hey, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to Koco Plays with himself. I'm the huge one, aka the idiot Dave Koco from DAVEKOCO.com. We are live on Twitch, Koco Sports, archived on YouTube, Koco Plays, and it is number 1 Florida versus number 2 Tennessee. Oh, this is a big one. No worries, brother. All right. Oh, yeah, baby. Football, baby. All right, let's get this started. All right, so this is probably the biggest game of the year, and it's only our 4th game. We have stacked this conference. We have stacked everything. We were robbed, and we never want to be robbed again. But we were robbed by this team. They won a national championship. We won a national championship. We're 3-0 against them. How are they win a national championship? Ow. Ow. Oh, Tennessee. Tennessee, that's why. I'll tell you that. All right, let's go take the field, boys. We have a quarterback controversy. We got some good running backs. Can you turn up the music? Yeah, no worries, brother. We had to do an upgrade. An update, and usually that's why. Jacques, Bryant, and Griffin. There we go. Any injuries? No injuries. Ooh, they got a left tackle injured and a left outside linebacker injured. All right, let's do it. Jeff Jarrett and Peyton Manning will always haunt you. Yeah, better. All right, sounds cool. All right, let's go, boys. Number 1 versus number 2. This is for Braden Eater's birthday bash. There's the very attractive Bear friends. Always taking down the field. We also added Miami to this list. Yeah, we're making the conference a super conference. Not bad, man. I have to teach another grade for summer school, but since it's my last year, I thought, like, why would you... The person that's been teaching the same grade for a zillion years, and it's like, oh, it's the last year. Let's make him do a new grade. But the kids are awesome, so that's good. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot about a job that I'm not keeping within the next couple months. So... yeah, it's a bit rough. It's a bit rough. Look at Florida had a 3rd Saturday in September. There we go. It doesn't get any bigger than this. You saw your father for the 2nd time this year? Nice. Hopefully you give him a big hug, brother. There we go. Florida against Tennessee in the swamp. They robbed us of a national championship. We should be going for a 3-peat right now, boys. But we were robbed. And we will take it out on them. We're going to receive. Also, I'm going to be quiet a bit. Lining up 31 tweets is hard. No worries. A new grade. You're teaching Monday Night Raw. Yep. But the kids are awesome, so. But, you know, it just makes no sense. It's like you got a bunch of young teachers that are going to, you know, teach forever. I'm like... But I don't know. The kids are super well behaved. And that's what I got to focus on. The kids are awesome. I've had them before. Good news. The AEW show in Queens is getting close to a sellout. Nice. Love to hear it, man. Yeah, I think Wrestling Ranton, our good friend Wrestling Ranton, I think he's getting mad at the wrestling community. He's like, all the shows are awesome and everyone hates them. I don't know, man. I did watch AEW last week. I'm going to watch Slammiversary and this week's AEW. I'm slowly but surely getting back into pro wrestling. I worked in pro wrestling, for those that don't know, and I used to review it a lot. So, hello, Eagle 76. The cracking clock is looming closer. Yep, it's scary. I shared some NHL memes. Maybe during Hockey AM, I'll share them. I've been sharing memes a lot in Discord, so maybe we'll have to have a meme time. Bear friend, it's hockey memes. Calm down. Bear friend was like, what? I'm getting pumped for Hangman versus Omega. I love both those guys. Me too. And the thing is, I don't know, dude. I love heel champions that have a lot of belts. And I love Kenny Omega. So I just want that to go on forever. If you want to go, I can tweet my picks. All right, AJ, go for it, brother. We'll read them. We're going to do hockey after this. So we'll read it during the hockey segment. We'll look at memes. Look at some hockey segments. Yeah. Right now, I just got to... There's Hicks, boys. Touchdown, Chad Hicks. Did you watch Money in the Bank? No, I don't really enjoy the WWE product, but a lot of people I trust said it was really good. I haven't watched WWE in a while. Papa Smurf's Toe! Welcome to the Internet Infantry. I'm a loser in Japan who streams sports games every day after work with a dinosaur named Raptor Man. Give this stream 2 weeks, and if you don't like it in 2 weeks, I'll be man enough to say give us 2 more weeks. I bet you Koco will know maybe 3 of the players. Maybe. Look, WWE, you're welcome. Hey, man, welcome. Do you have a favorite sport, favorite team, favorite player, favorite color? Tell us something about yourself, Papa Smurf 2. Hey, cool name. The ending was just funny, to be honest. What are you talking about, Eagles? Oh, Money in the Bank? Yeah, well, I know someone returns. And here's my thing. I mentioned this on RevTech stream. RevTech always brings this up. If you need John Cena to return to save your product, perfect timing. If you need John Cena to return to save your product's not for me. Dude, was there more perfect timing on the auto music? Brown saved our bacon, baby. Woo! Hello, Alan. What's going on, buddy? It's number 1 versus number 2. Dun, dun, dun. Was that perfect timing, dude? We didn't even do that on purpose. Dun, dun, dun. Damn. Oh, we got some good timing tonight, boys. Sports Center after a big pick. Me talking about John Cena and Cena's 8-bit non-copyrighted music is playing. Gotta fucking love it. But when Cena said he would never become The Rock and then he becomes the new Rock, yeah, he's not a good person. I know you guys want like a ton of examples, but just look at him. Like, he is the example. Attempt 2, when's the expansion draft? Within 48 hours, I believe. The lists are out, and people are making their predictions. Carey Price isn't protected. PK Subban isn't protected. Yanni Gord isn't protected. So there's some big stars that are not protected. Yeah. John Cena had to come back. I guess it's just the product's not for me. Like, I grew up WCW, NWA. I loved ECW. I always loved the alternatives. And I watched WWE. I even worked for WWE. I worked for WWE. I watched WWE. And at the end of the day, the product is not for me. If you enjoy it, then enjoy it. But I just ain't it for me. Price isn't being taken. I know. There's a lot of memes about it. But who knows? I don't fucking know what they're going to do. Oh, Marshall. Media gun regular season for 10.5. Okay, no thanks. Yeah, but I don't know what they're gonna be thinking, because you also got to think. You got to also think you have tons of salary cap. You have to hit the bottom. You have to hit the bottom. You have tons of salary cap, and if you could have a jersey seller, you know what I mean? Like, I know, like, analytic people like you don't think like that, but selling jerseys is a huge fucking factor. Look up. Alright, give me a second. Would you have put NCAA on Xbox One? Yeah. Well, they're probably going to do it in 2 years. But, yeah. Wait, what did you do there? I used to be a booker, promoter, and cameraman. And I've worked for every major company not named Ring of Honor. I worked there during the FCW days. I only watched the ladder matches in the main event. Kind of Money in the Bank winners, but the main was banger. Cena and Roman will be a great program in terms of build and match. Nice. I'm glad Roman's doing well. He's a good person. Unlike the other guy in the ring. And Roman's family is beyond amazing. Oh, come on! Did EA pay for Notre Dame yet? I have not seen any updates, sir. I have not got any updates. I know 2K pushed back their title. And Madden is trying to sell us half of what's in this game as new features in a new game. It's like, do you remember NCAA 14? Well, 20 years later, we're going to give you half of those options in franchise. EA Sports. Should be even better now, Roman's heel. Yeah, I'm a big fan of heel champions. Especially if you're going to push that champion to the moon. I don't know. I'm very old school, and if you push a face that's not getting over with the crowd, you do not respect the business. End of story. You know, push champs for a long time, push people to the moon. But if it's a face that is not over, you're pretty much, like, if... The thing is, too, like, if there was legit competition, and AEW is getting there, but if there was giant competition, like multiple jobs you can get at that high of a level, if I was on a company and a face wasn't getting over and he was the champ and you kept pushing him, I would just leave. I'd be like, all right, I'm going to the other company. Because there's no point. You disrespect your roster, you disrespect the business, you disrespect everything. Alright, let me see. He's a Sens fan. I want them to take Price because I want Montreal to do Riot again and laugh my ass off. I'm not looking forward to Overratedberg returning tomorrow. Fuck the douchebag. Roman will be good again. Trust me, he won't put up with that Paul very much longer. See, I think Paul Heyman's a great reason. I just don't want him to be a face. He's a horrible fucking face, and he hits it out of the park as a heel. 2 above Koco. I'm not looking forward to Goldberg returning. No good. No, God, no. Yeah. Goldberg was... Roman should stay far away from being a face. Yeah, definitely. I'm not buying Madden 22. Yeah, I'm most likely not. It's going to have to be a last second. Ooh. I'm probably just going to keep playing this until they impress me with their performance. Yeah. Yeah, I should not be a face. I'm glad to see crowds came back for, hell yeah, Goldberg. Goldberg is shit, but in his prime, he was the best booked shit in the world. He was so over. He was one of the best booked, best marketed wrestlers of all time. And that does not make him a good wrestler, and a lot of people think it does. Oh, that was luck. That was luck, boys. I'm very unimpressed with your performance. Yeah. I got to get that. The next big thing I want to spend money on is video clips. And I definitely want to get that George St. Pierre quote. Because I always fuck it up. And if there was just a button, him saying it would be 10 out of 10. Oh, Williams. No, Williams, you're a bitch, Williams. Williams, you're a bitch. No, Williams. Come on, dude. Oh. Yeah, he beat Brock in under a minute at Survivor Series. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just storytelling. Actually, though, I kind of like that storytelling because it just makes it seem unpredictable and real. You know, especially with heavyweights. Yeah, because I'd rather see 2 giant guys beat each other in fucking less than 2 minutes than them try to actually have a match. Army undefeated upsets number 3 Oklahoma, boys. You don't get a bigger upset than that early in the season. All right. Listen to Bret Hart's comments on him. Oh, I already have. I've met Bret Hart. If you watch my sorry, I got concussions. If you watch my channel trailer, you see a picture of me with Bret Hart at a Rays game. I actually was the promoter that brought Bret Hart back to pro wrestling. Granted, I had a lot of help. That's kind of douchey to me to think I did it by myself, but, you know, I was just trying to fucking look cool. He beat Brock in under a minute at Survivor Series. Was Money in the Bank worth watching? I didn't watch it. I don't watch WWE, but people said it was a really good WWE show. People I trust. Look up. All right, give me a second. Nasbus at the end, brother. Welcome to the new Fall Guys. I love community games, but I really feel like it also ruins your community. Like, it's a double-edged sword. It's like, oh, cool, we have a community game. Oh, cool, the community's gonna ask for it over and over and over again. You know, it's like, it's such a fucking fine line as a streamer to be a part of. Oh, fuck me. Goldberg's entire moveset is literally an old SmackDown vs. Raw when you could give someone an infinity finish, spam the spear, or jackhammer all match. He's dog shit. Yeah, I'm not saying it. Once again, maybe this is why Wrestling Ranta wants to get at wrestling. Once again, I'm not saying he's a good wrestler. He is one of the best booked, marketed wrestlers of all time. That has nothing to do with him. I understand. I still want the new rule. If someone asks a game, we don't play it. It might be a rule in the future. The thing is, it's hard because you don't want them to leave, but at the same time, it's like, bro, I don't know. Yeah. I kind of like, I think once I go full-time, I'm just going to have a regular set schedule. And then be like, yeah. Oh. Yeah. I don't know. It's a tough call because you want to build a community, but at the same time, it's like, yeah. There you go. Spam the spears, hit the jackhammer, get paid to leave. It's so boring. Yeah. He was hyped up, dude. His WCW run before Kevin Nash ruined him was on fire. But once again, not his doing. But him in the SmackDown game, he was fucking unreal. He did the Pride knees. I remember there was a game. It was before 2K took over. There was an old school game where you could be Goldberg, spear someone, and then when they were laying down, knee him in the head over and over and over again. Oh man, you'd imagine how many people just got pissed. To quote the great philosopher Bobby Heenan, I would have had Goldberg be 2000. No, I would have too. There's no way in hell. Here's the thing. I am anti-faces being pushed when they're not over, but Goldberg was over. And I'd be like, yeah, if fucking people were cheering their asses off for him, fucking keep that title on him forever. And just so that you know, wrestling fans, I am pro long title runs. I'm pro little bit of titles, and I'm pro long title runs. When I fucking booked, wrestlers would come up to me and basically beg me. Like, dude, I want to drop the title to this guy. And I was like, no, we can get another 6 years out of this. He's like, no, I want to drop the title. I'm like, nah, you ain't dropping the title. Have it. And I don't know if you know about pro wrestlers, but when a pro wrestler asks you to drop the title, that's unheard of. The way that streak ended was fucking dumb. Oh, without a doubt. I like long title reigns as long as they are consistently interesting. Yeah, like my perfect one is you win it as a face, and then when the fan base, about 40% of the fan base gets tired of your shit, and you could feel it. When about 40% of your fan base gets tired of your shit, you do a heel run. You know what I mean? And that's it. You just do a heel turn. You can't do a heel turn once you lost the fans. But when you lost about 40% of the fans, you do a heel run. And then you're just like, all right, add another 12 years to this title run. Yeah, I like CM Punk. Oh, there we go. Do you agree with infrequent title defense to build up prestige or more open challenge mentality? I don't believe in non-title matches. I think that's the dumbest thing in the world. But it really up to the champ. Like, if it's a face, then yeah, he should defend the title all the time. But if it's a heel, then it has to be built up. You know, there's no correct way of doing pro wrestling, but there is the WWE way of doing it. Braden Yeater, welcome back. I like the face turn heel during the rain, but not every time, and get way too predictable. I agree with that. But it ain't predictable if it happened 7 years ago. I don't know. I just love. Hey, what's up, Sammy? This is gonna be the chat turns on me. I'm not a big fan of Undertaker. Undertaker the person, huge fan. Undertaker the character, Undertaker the wrestler, woo! Not my cup of tea. Woo! But I know I am in the minority on that. I as a little kid to working in pro wrestling, never enjoyed the Undertaker. Yeah, it's a real rarity. It's just not for me. Like Kurt Angle, CM Punk, Stone Cold Steve Austin. You can kind of be like, I can see that guy. What is this guy? He's fucking dead? Oh, what the fuck? I don't know, but the thing is, in Lucha Underground, they did it well. So, Yeah, but I'm in the minority. There's people that are super popular that I do not like. But, yeah. Yeah, 98% of the world loves Taker. And behind the scenes, he's one of the greatest human beings alive. It's not like the other guy. But, yeah, it's just not my cup of tea. Best gimmick ever? Oh, I'm not much into gimmicks. I don't know. Give me a second. I mean, I really like the Yokozuna gimmick. Because it felt like it was, at the time, it felt like it was real. I don't know. I mean, do you count Stone Cold as a gimmick? I think he's just... I like wrestlers where they're over-exaggerated versions of themselves. That's what I'm a big fan of. You know, maybe Macho Man, but Macho Man acted like that all the time, so I don't know if it's a fucking gimmick. I killed UTEP 110 to 58. Damn! Damn! We don't score like that on this channel, man. At times it's good, but they used it too much. Like, sometimes it's like, oh, this is the greatest thing in the world, and sometimes it's like, why is this asshole out here? So, I'm 50-50 on the McMahon character. It really just depends on the situation. Like, in the beginning, the McMahon character was fucking pure money. But they went to the well a lot on that one. Oh, that was a bad play. For the record, it happened again. We talk wrestling time. People on YouTube never want to join. Yeah, exactly. Well, I got graphics for YouTube. I just have to care enough to go to YouTube. Hey, YouTube! I forgot this is archived on YouTube. But Koco plays. We love you. Koco Sports on YouTube. We got to rebuild that love. Best on in-ring ability? That's tough. That's tough. Ever? That is tough. That is very, very tough. I don't know, man. The first thing that pops to my head, and, you know, I have to think about it, probably Kurt Angle, Muda in his prime, Kurt Angle, Bret Hart, yeah. I really like Okada, but Okada's only booked great half the time in New Japan. Yeah, so that's a tough one because there's different styles, you know what I mean? Hart, dude, why can't we tackle? Did we just forget how to tackle, boys? Jesus. Yeah, Benoit's really good. Dynamite Kid's really good. But to be honest, I haven't watched enough tape on Dynamite Kid. He was a little before my time, and everything I've watched, I thought he was amazing. But I want to just put Dynamite Kid kind of a shade lower because I didn't watch enough tape. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm tired of New Japan. I've been to every Wrestle Kingdom but like one or two. I don't know. Know what it is? It happens in ECW, it happens in music, it happens in TNA. There is a fan base that join, and you're happy they joined, but then they never say anything is wrong, and then the promotion goes to shit. Like, in ECW, it was amazing, and then they got a huge fan base that said they do nothing wrong. TNA was really good in the beginning, then they got a huge fan base, well, not as big, but you got a fan base that said they do nothing wrong. That fucking poison of they do nothing wrong has poisoned New Japan. And, yeah. I haven't seen ROH, but I heard ROH is bad. I have a close friend that we watch Wrestle Kingdom together live at the Tokyo Dome, and he comes in from there, and he watches Ring of Honor, and I just trust him. I'm like, is Ring of Honor worth watching? He's like, not at all. I was like, all right. The problem with TNA is they also did a lot of things wrong within themselves behind the scenes. Yeah. TNA was horribly ran. That's why I think AEW is going to learn from their mistakes. Yeah. The roster's just dead and done now. Yeah. Right now, I'm enjoying AEW. I don't know. I hate to say this because, oh God, Christian is a great human being. There, I'll start with that. Christian is a great human being, but I'm tired of seeing Christian Hardy. AEW gutted that promotion, I can imagine. They need to smarten up and join the AEW and Impact. Yeah, but I don't think they're going to. I could be wrong. Plus, they don't really have anything of value. Where Impact still has a little bit of value, AEW has a lot of value, and New Japan, it has a ton of value, but the value's going down. There we are. I fucking hate the big money Matt gimmick. You know, once again, I put him with The Undertaker. I was never a fan of the Hardys. Never. I just was never a fan of them. Yeah, there's some people that are super popular that I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm cool. And then there's some people that didn't make it, and I'm just like, that's fucking heartbreaking. So, cover one. I like good wrestling, no matter the style. But if it's... I don't know, like, I like all good... I love all wrestling as long as it's good. The problem is, a lot of fans are like, oh, they did flips, I hate it. Or they like, oh, they did hardcore, I love it. You know, as long as it's good and it looks like... as long as it's good and it looks like they're putting in a lot of effort. That's my thing. When I go, I want to be like, okay, in this world, this exists. But I want to see the athletes bust their ass. So, if it doesn't matter if they're doing hardcore, it doesn't matter if they're doing technical wrestling, it doesn't matter if they're doing flip-D shit. When I'm sitting there watching it, I want to turn off my brain and go, those two athletes are trying their best. So I guess all-out wrestling, no matter the style, I like. You know, so I don't know if that's an answer, but it's honest to God my answer. My brother hates them because they would rather get their spot in than sell. Yeah, that's a valid argument. That's true. But also the opposite of that is fat indie guys holding arm bars for 12 hours. So, I don't know. Like, if Ricochet and Will Ospreay are busting their ass, I fucking love it. Oh, shit. Did they just get that at the 1 yard line? What a fucking punt. Who is this guy? Peyton fucking Manning? So, as long as I watched the match, no matter the style, oh, thank God. Dude, I think I got lucky, dude. I honestly think that ball should be on the 1. I think Tennessee got fucked, boys. Home field advantage. Yeah, I don't care what the style of wrestling is, as long as when I look at it, I go, those are two athletes busting their ass. But if you're just a fat, lazy piece of shit, or, you know, you're a lazy piece of shit doing a style, it's like, well, the fuck, man. So, I don't know, is busting your ass a style? Because that's the style of wrestling I like. AEW's like WCW to monitor, but done right? I think so. Well, that's the thing. I don't know how old you are, AJ. WCW gets a bad rap off rewritten history. Like, I don't know if you're older to actually have watched WCW, but trust me, it gets a bad rap. And it wasn't as bad as Vince said, and WWE was way worse. So, like, I think it's because Vince McMahon won the war. Yeah. See, that's just a lot of propaganda being told to you. I mean, there was bad stuff in WCW, but there was also a lot of bad stuff in WWE. But overall, like, we just watched the last pay-per-view, me and Cynical, because we're going to do a YouTube series together in the future. We watched the last WCW pay-per-view. The last WCW pay-per-view, which everyone said fucking sucked. It was one of the worst WCW pay-per-views of all time. Better than 98% of pay-per-views going today. When modern fans talk about WCW, I feel like most of them are talking about 1995 and on. Yeah, but it's kind of like they won, so they rewrote history. But there is some bad shit. But I think, like, it's become a jump to, like, yeah, they have. The problem is they had too many people running it, and then people that weren't wrestling people didn't want wrestling. So it had its shit, but WWF had its shit too. But the thing is, I think younger fans shit on WCW because of rewritten history. Yeah, AOL Time Warner, when when they took over, they didn't want wrestling. The only reason wrestling survived so long is because Ted Turner was a big fan of it. And then when Ted Turner sold it, they were like, fuck you and fuck this shit. Yeah. The David title run to figure. Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying WWE is just as bad. I just find it funny that, like, you know, but yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying they didn't do stupid shit. I'm just saying that history is, oh, they are always bad. And that's not the case. Yeah, WWE did a lot of shit wrong. Like, I remember when I was a little kid, I might have been like 6 to 10 years old. I would tell people I don't watch WWE because that's for kids. So when I was 6 or 10 years old, I was like, yeah, I ain't watching that shit. That shit's for kids. The Ty Diesel era sucked. I didn't watch much of that. One of my cousins was in Madison Square Garden when he won the title, though, and he said it got a huge pop. Hamby. So, I didn't watch much. That's the thing, though. Like, I just don't enjoy the WWF and WWE product. But it's like the only thing that survived. And I've worked for WWE, so a lot of people are like, oh, well, you're just bitter. I'm like, no. Because here's the thing. I've said this a million times. WWF, WWE, treated me and my family so fucking good. And when I left, they treated me tremendously well. There's one thing that's true. If you look up the start of the NWO up until the Mike Tyson and Steve Evans, WCW was just a better show. Yeah. That's a good point. Mike Tyson and DX, that thing, the Tyson DX Stone Cold thing, that was what, in my opinion, that is what won the WWF. That's why WWF is in business, WCW isn't. Storyline-wise. Granted, you know, there's back-end business stuff, but that was probably one of the biggest storylines to swing it in WWF's thing. All right, I'm back. Just finished my morning workout. Welcome back. I got to start working out, man. That's motivating. I'm fucking fat as can be. And only getting fatter. Oh, damn. Yeah, that year everyone says the worst WWF era. Agree, 1994 WWF. Maybe. I don't know. I hated it when it was like Doink and all those characters and the Goon. I lived through it, and I was like, this is fucking embarrassing. And that's why WCW was interested, and then ECW came along, and it was like, what? Wrestling could be cool? And it was awesome. I guess the best way I could say this, like, to try to compare it for younger people, you know how the MCU made comic books cool? ECW made pro wrestling cool. Oh, yeah. 1993 to late 1997 was the dirt worst. Yeah, it might be. I'm bad with dates, so I apologize. Well, unless you stab a 17-year-old, yeah. I was friends with New Jack, so that's not justifying what he did, but yeah, it was pretty fucking hardcore and fucked up. But like today's fans, they always say they want Attitude Era, but older fans are like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, there we go. Schmidt. Lark Super Center. How could you? I always say that was Dark Side of the Ring episode made me go, what the fuck, at least 5 times. Bearfriend was scared because like when that episode came on, I believe he was still alive. And I was like, oh, I'm friends with this guy in Florida. And Bearfriend's like, what? That's your fucking friend? I'm like, oh, he's a good guy. He's like, so this is all lies about him? Like, not a single one. Not a single one. Correction, I hate the spamming of them. Oh, yeah. Wait, we'll try to figure it out. Oh, there we go. Oh, shit, I fucked up, boys. I hit the wrong button. I got a question. Did you ever meet Kevin Dunn? Yeah. Just in passing. One of my friends threatened to beat him up. So, Yeah, I met him in passing. His camera work sucks. Yeah. Well, they do a lot of they have a lot of people there that they don't, I don't know how to word this. They don't make a wrestling show, and they don't make a show for you. They're making a show that they can resell over and over and over again, and they use tricks to keep you watching. Like, they just learned a bunch of television tricks throughout the years, how to mentally keep you watching. That's why everything is so bright. Touchdown. I'd rather meet Triple H. At least he has good taste in music. Yeah, Triple H is back. I'm back, like Cena tonight. Welcome back. I didn't watch the pay-per-view, sir. I just, because I used to review it, and then people were like, oh, you just don't like it. And I was like, oh, when Cena leaves, I'll like it. You know, they'll fucking get back on track. Cena left, and I was like, wow, this is always going to be bad. It's always going to be bad in my lifetime. And maybe it's not bad for you. It's just, I feel like when I talk WWE, I feel like a food critic bashing McDonald's. It's just like, you know, the stick gets old. Is one of the tricks to get a draw to lure you in? I guess. I mean, fuck WWE, question Koco. Is one of the tricks to get a draw to lure you in? I guess Vince McMahon doesn't build stars, he steals stars, and he has nowhere else to steal stars from, so that's why he keeps going to Legends. Like, Vince McMahon is really good at taking your toys and making them amazing. The problem is, he has all the toys. So he doesn't trust and build, he doesn't trust himself building stuff. He trusts himself looking at something, making it better. So, like, if he goes, you know, let's say he goes to AEW, he'd be like, oh, instead of making Kenny Omega, let's just steal Kenny Omega and make Kenny Omega better. And that's what he did his whole life. But then, eventually, he's like, I have to make something myself. And the product has been pretty bad. They always be shit as long as Vince and his styles are in charge. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's just not for me. But, like, the camera shakes, the interviews, they just did that. WWE will always be shit. They only build 1 star per error. Yeah. And it was because of the success of Hogan and less work. If Hulk Hogan wasn't so successful, he probably wouldn't believe in that. And the thing is, his best time is when he had a bunch of stars. He had The Rock, Triple H, Kurt Angle. They were stuck on Cena for so long, but once Cena left, they were, Roman? Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad for Roman, and I'm glad, I felt bad for him when he was a face, but I'm so happy he's a heel. And they had The Rock, Stone Cold, HBK. They were on top of the world for a while. Yeah. The Roman Reigns babyface. That was it. I know this sounds kind of sad, but, like, as a wrestling fan, when Roman Reigns was a babyface and they pushed him like Cena, that's when it broke me. I was like, this product will never be for me. You know. They tried to make him into Cena 2.0. Yeah, they definitely did. And that was my breaking point. Because the whole time I was like, well, when Cena leaves, we'll have an era of superstars and fucking, it'll be Rock, Stone Cold all over again. And they're like, nah, let's just make Roman Reigns Cena. And I was like, and then I just, like, in my head, I'm like, I'm old. Roman Reigns really isn't that good of an actor. So he's going to be around forever. I'm going to die before WWE is ever good, in my opinion. Yeah, AJ Styles versus Nakamura broke me too. Like, if you can't get a good match at AJ Styles and Nakamura because of your style, then it's like, this match it's not for me. Goldberg Fiend broke me. Yeah. I still watch the good stuff, but 90% of it's junk and skippable. Ruining the Fiend broke me. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I really like AEW, and I'm just kind of on a break of New Japan. And I'm interested to see what Impact is doing. So I'm going to watch the pay-per-view. WWE equals mediocrity, but the thing is, they did it on purpose. Think about it. If they are completely bright, long, and average, they're not going to lose people. It's when they're bad they're going to lose people, and they're taking risks. I believe in my heart of hearts, they are average on purpose. South Carolina beat Mississippi State. All right, boys. I don't want to blow this. I got a 14-point lead. Oh, and I fucked up. Don't want to blow it. And then choose play. Ah, screw it. Come on. Vaughn. Mo Vaughn's son saves our bacon again. I'm in a wrestling community that is really into WWE, and I'm really like smart there. Yeah, and that's the thing, too. Like, WWE, people that like WWE is like a child. I know this is going to be insulting. I apologize. But people that like WWE is like a child like in Santa Claus. Why the fuck would you want to ruin that? If they like it, you know what I mean? It's like, who the fuck am I to ruin it? But my whole thing is I hate when WWE fans are like, give me your opinion. I don't watch it. Why? It's like, alright, that's not good. I'd agree with that, yeah. As long as there's enough people watching it, it kind of seems like a good idea money-wise. Yeah, definitely. It's a really smart business move. They're going to keep it average as long as they can and not take any chances. And here's the thing. If you like WWE, if you like WWE and it being a good product, you better be rooting for AEW. Because let's say AEW goes under. It's going to get even worse. Are you insane? Like, that's why I never understood you pick sides. Like, if I was a wrestling fan, here's a tip, wrestling fans. Dear wrestling fans, if you like only one company and you want that company to do good, don't let it be a monopoly. Like, oh, I love WWE and I want AEW to go under. Cool. So that your product never improves? It's a stupid way of thinking. Yeah, I get from where I shit on them, but I'm not even watching it live. Yeah. I don't know. I used to be like, dude, this fucking sucks. But then, at the same time, if they're having fun, who the fuck am I to say don't have fun? You know, so, but sometimes they get aggressive. Like, it's not for me. And they're like, well, what, you like that other shit? I'm like, alright, buddy. Alright. I tried to be fucking cool about this. Tried to be fucking cool. I don't even talk about WWE anymore. I just used to joke about how bad it was, but now I just don't care. Yeah. And that's the thing, Golden Star. Like, those moments are way worse for WWE than people complaining about it. I shit on AEW Revolution ending. That was fucking stupid. Oh, without a doubt, it was stupid. It was not done well. But I'm saying the people that are super loyal to one brand and want the other brand to go down. It's like, you do know that if AEW goes down, any chance of WWE being a good product is right out the window. Yeah. I just don't understand it. Because the best thing for promoters and businessmen is to have no competition. The best thing for fans is have competition. Do you know who fucking doesn't want competition? Most fans. But some of them think WWE is good. Yeah, let them enjoy it. You know what I mean? Let them enjoy it, but if I'm like, it's not for me, don't fucking get sassy with me. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm happy you enjoy it. It's not for me. What the fuck? It's like, alright, bro. I watch most promotions, but enjoy them in different ways. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. But I want to get back to doing wrestling and stuff. It's just, this is so much more fun. I'm gonna fucking be 100 with you. It's like, ooh, I can watch AEW break it down and have a bunch of people on YouTube fucking tell me that they love their one brand over another. Or I could be an idiot and fucking hang out with you guys and have a lot more fun. Yeah. AEW had some trash too? Yeah, it's true. I think AEW, as far as a fan, is way better than WWE. But at the same time, I gave up on WWE. I won't even watch it. It's like pizza. All pizza's good, but not all pizza's for me. Yeah, exactly. I think at one time, New Japan was perfect. I don't think it's perfect at all now, but there was a glimpse where I thought New Japan was perfect, and I really, for my style, I really liked season 1 of Lucha Underground. So I think there's perfect moments, but not a perfect company. It was Nakamura, AJ Styles, Okada, Kenny Omega was coming up. I don't know what year it is, but around then. Yeah, it was right. It was right before. Yeah, that era. Yeah, to me, that is as perfect as it gets. I thought ECW was perfect at the time. I don't think it aged well. But, like, I don't think wrestling survives without that. You know what I mean? Like, I think ECW is a shot in the arm to move wrestling forward. You know what I mean? I don't, you know, it hasn't aged well, but at the time it was really good. Prime Bullet Club era? Yeah. That's good shit, man. So, I don't think it's a perfect company, but I think there was a perfect, you know, small block of time. And that was it. I'm a big Elite mark. I like the Elite. I think ROH had a small block of time where they were perfect. When they had CM Punk, Samoa Joe, Daniel Bryan. They had the Japanese talent in. I think there was a small block of time where Ring of Honor was perfect. It wasn't a long time, but it was a small block where like, oh, this is perfect. Like Samoa Joe's long title run, Nigel McGuinness. Yeah, so I don't think there's a perfect company. I think there's perfect time periods, if that makes sense. I'm not betting up, and here's meet and greet from before Dynamite. I'm begging Kenny Omega. I'm gonna beg to meet Kenny Omega at 21 months. Nice. Yeah, so there are times where, oh shit, that's nice. Jocks! There are times where pro wrestling has been perfect, but I don't think there's ever been a company that's been perfect. Because the problem is when you're perfect, you read it together separate. In 21 months you're going to see it? What's 21 months? I'm not betting on it, but if there's a meet and greet, Dynamite, I'm going to meet. It's going to meet Omega and Hangman. Nice. Punk's title run was the best era of WWE. I don't know, man. The Rock and Stone Cold had some magical moments, man. I think WrestleMania 17 to 20 was the golden age, and then CM Punk was a golden moment. That's my opinion, at least. Oh, yeah. PG era only, then yeah, Punk was the best thing. I mean, the Daniel Bryan thing was great, but then they fucked it up. They had something real, and then they had to make it fucking phony. Yeah, Punk was the best part of a bad time. I can agree with that. So, but I think there's moments where wrestling can be perfect. Ah, shit. Best era was 2001? Maybe. I'm bad with years. It's kind of like something that comes with my concussions. I go by WrestleManias. 17 to 20 was the best era in my opinion. They had some great moments. Mike Tyson, the Mike Tyson thing, yeah. Yeah, so we're in... Oh, X7? Yeah, so we're in the same boat, man. Yeah. We're in the same boat, man. We both agree. I like 2000 the best. They probably had the best roster ever. Maybe, yeah. So I guess we're all in the same boat. We're just, you know, describing it a little different. Oh, God, man. I'm so bad at tackling tonight, boys. I want to apologize. We won 42-14, but, man, if I was a better player, we could have fucking wiped the floor. And that's number 2, boys. All right, listen. I think Tennessee should give us the national championship back. We beat them. We won the SEC title. We won them 3 times. There's no way in hell they should be national champs. We were fucking robbed. Robbed, I tell you. This is a little bit of a personal grudge here, boys, because I should be going for a three-peat instead of a repeat. My goal is to get 4 championships in a row, but we really dropped down on our quarterback. Sorry, Hicks. He's celebrating. He's like, yeah, this is the greatest moment of my life. And I'm like, yeah, it's really been. Look at that, Chad Hicks. Who knows? Maybe we're a little too rough on this redshirt freshman who stepped up. What do you guys think? Too rough on Hicks? Or is it just we had the greatest quarterback in college football history? Koco, you want to read my Kraken picks before bed? Yeah, definitely, brother. Let me end this on YouTube and I'll do it. Alright, YouTube. We're still moving forward. 4 is the goal. YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. We're always live on Twitch. Twitch, check out Koco Plays. Koco Plays, check out Twitch Koco Sports. Love you guys. And with just YouTube, with that, I am over. Ba-na-na-na-na-na.